July. I suppose I need to speak a little bit louder. All quiet here on the West Sussex front. Very blue sky. Doesn't necessarily mean it's still going to be blue by the end of the day, but I think it might. But there's been many a day when it started like this and gone a bit cloudy. So best time of the day to sit on a yoga block and talk to yourself for a couple of minutes to see if anyone wants to come and either join in on a movement snack or, ooh, did you see that low flying pigeon? There's a lot of that, a lot of birdage going on here this morning. Chat to myself until one of you come along. I would hope and I suspect you will. I suspect that Chris might be in first. Oh no, I won't start a list of names. I'll just sit and wait. Actually, it might be anyone out there who chooses not to comment, doesn't want any preamble, just wants to get on with the movement snack. All good and dandy. By the end of a movement snack, over the course of 2-3 days, the catch-up views catch up to anything between 70, 100, 150. It's really quite fascinating, and I don't think there is a pattern. I think the pattern hides in the lives of others, hides in the lives of you, the movement snack mates. So we have a hardcore Doris morning. Doris is hardcore, generally a hardcore live. I'm not saying you're hardcore in general, Doris. Let me finish the sentence. Hardcore live movement snack mate. Tends to be your first in, Doris. Put the coffee on, is it? I might go for a swim. Are you around today? Do you want to make me a coffee? I had a swim last night. It was lovely. It was glorious. And if I go this morning, I need to go straight after this movement snack before all the other people go to the beach. How dare there be lots of other people that also want to have a dip? So yeah, it might be a dip on the cards for me immediately after this. Morning, Maddie. What's going on? Where's you are? Have you got blue skies like this? Morning, super. Hey, the balcony's looking good. Have you seen the sweet peas? I had another couple of days away last week, as you know. I say away, it was just down in Portsmouth, staying in Haven HQ. And the flowers are close. We could run a sweepstakes. Oh, come on, sweepstakes. When are these, when's my bloomage going to appear on my sweet peas? I might need to send you a close-up of their current status so that you can get a bit more information. Morning, Ian. All right, Jill. Is it Jill / Malcolm? Miss P's in. Bolton's arrived. I fancy a sweepstakes, folks, on the day of bloomage of the sweet peas. I'm gonna, after this movement snack, I'm going to post an image on the group, and then I'm just making it up in my head. You've got to guess what day the bloomage arrives. I think it might be this week. I don't know, but I quite fancy that. What's to report? Did I see Gillian with the G's in? 2 minutes to go on a preamble. Sunny Patalbot, thank you GM. Thank you for that report. Who's on Wimbledon watchage today? I'm not watching because I don't have a TV. By choice. I'm a big BBC Sounds fan, so I listened to the last set actually of the ladies' final yesterday. What do you reckon? I think men's final might be a bit of a classic or a disappointment. Could go either way, couldn't it? Life is just a game of tennis. Morning, Sandra. Morning, Margaret Wood. And someone else who just flew up the screen last minute on this, and then we're going to get going, and then it's shift change next week, so I will be on noons, maybe chaos on 8s. How long have I haven't got green fingers is what this is all about, Ian, as you well know, given my bonsai stories from the past. I just have a guess at what's going on. Morning, Gillian with a J. Bridget is in. Brigitte is in. Apologies. Hello all. In for a live. Excellent. Final countdown and then we're going to get going. I was about to say I'm on noons next week. I think Dave's on 4s, which probably means you'll get some double whammies from Kaus and I. Here we go. Super G. Thank you very much. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bex Townley from Later Life Training. 8 AM move and snack on a Sunday. I think there'll be a bit of birdage going on. Maybe a squirrel or a pigeon might appear on the balcony. Other than that, let's get it going. Sight boost, where would you like to be? Got me baggies on today. Bring in your balcony or any other fixed surface. It is just here. If you know you want a bit of support, have it close to hand. Bit of uplift, bit of tension, mild tension in the centre. Bit of squeeze through the shoulder blades, more upright. This upright position will better support, feeling more balanced. Weight even across feet. Get going. Start steady, stay steady. You might want to keep in contact with the outside world. This gives the brain a bit more information, helps you feel more steady and confident. Perhaps, maybe you don't want that. So you could be here or you could be in sit. I'll give you those in a moment. A little bit of thought around extra activity around the ankles. On a low level, steady state Cirque Boost march, it could be that it might look a bit like this, which is okay. All we want to do is get going. But have a look at the difference between my feet here and here. So it's about making something more happen, if you would like. Bringing in the other moving parts. The bend at the arm is significant. Build it up, steady, steady, steady as you go. And that will start to happen. Nothing exciting about all this stuff other than it's so valuable and beneficial and greatly contributes. It also contributes to better moving parts, overall general kind of well-being, physically and mentally, of course. Take a pause, bit of widey leg, bit of natural suspension through the knees, and there's your upper body. Extra thought on there, without thought of legs, but you have got your stabilizers on the go there, meaning active, not on the go, because they're stabilizers. Come back to center, carry on stand or uppers. I'm going to sit down with the boys with the succulent table. Oh, did you see that low flying pigeon? Here are your sit prompts. Have a hip walk forward. This hip walk is oh crikey, is critical, vital. It's a skill actually. This shift and lift in and out of chairs will help with transitions in and out of seated objects. Also applies to the bath, also applies to bed, also applies to floor. So there's multiple benefits of keeping these perhaps these lesser known subtle moving parts moving. Keep it all going. 15 minutes out your day, you know, if nothing else, there's blue sky, quite a nice view here. We try to make it interesting as well. There's arms and legs if you want, all on the go, or break it down, single arm, bit of both, double arm, maybe a bit of diagonal. You say diagonal, I say diagonal. There you go. And if you are up on your legs, up on your feet, or looking to progress into standing activities, keep the active posture going here, keep the active sit, wiggle, step the feet back a bit, and by creating that angle you can get even more lift, even more heel lift off. The lift off from the foot end is really where this march is coming from, as opposed to the pickup from the top end. And then build it all in. Is that enough to be going on with? Is that enough? Are we ready? Are we ready for the top trio? Remember, take the pauses and the rests and the switch offs. These are as important as the active bits. So all that in the mix for you to choose. Let's get going on the shoulders, lift and lower. Take your time. On the down, has it gone all the way down? And it might take some extra fidgets to check that's in place. Let me have a little sit down on the yoga block to do that. There's your shoulder lift, and I haven't got enough arm space now. Look, my arms are inhibited. Up and down, head stays still, and then any other number of fidgets to make the most of that moving part. Head stays still, supporting parts still, and as soon as you're ready, go for the big roll. Backwards in direction generally is where we focus, so we can lift and open the chest, as opposed to the flexi bendy positions that arguably we already spend our day in. And you've got your shoulders, your shoulder blades, your ribbage going on there. It's really lots of upper back moves there, and you'll need all of those for all of your arm activities today. I'm guessing in this nice weather there might be a bit of gardening going on, so it takes a bit of a bashing to the old back and shoulders during gardening. Generally I say that because we do it all in one hit. When the sun's out, we dash out, and then we tend to do a lot of the same thing for a long period of time, and that's where we start to feel a bit stiff and achy, because the muscles are not used to that level of activity. That's where the stiffness comes from. Right, anyway, head moves. Ready for some head moves? Head turns, sit or stand, or one knee if you would like to. There's a turn and a return, so get the neck moving freely. Pause in the middle. This may, or it's kind of significant to a lesser or greater degree here, but it's an important prompt that we like to continue to remind you of. Any head turn has potential to disturb, mess up, play with your vestibular system. So it's just to have the slow turn, that you can feel confident to take control of this movement without concern, feel what's going on. And if you do have any thoughts around feeling wobbly or odd sensations with these head moves, this one, have a go in seated. Third move at the top end, it's that side profile pillow hair finale of the top end trio. Double chin win-win, or wind your neck in as I call it. It's all part of that already active and uplifted posture, and a bit of an extra squeeze there. Might feel quite a small range of motion, depends what your start position is. If you already feel a bit flexed and bent and perhaps head come forward, one to work on the uplift, and then just an ease back. It might feel like a small insignificant movement to crowbar in, but it's moving this huge heavy weight on the top of your spine, which greatly affects balance and perhaps comfort around shoulders. That's your top trio, 3 moves. The shoulder rolls, raise and rolls, not raise and rolls, you know what I mean. Slow head turn and wind your neck in. Those are the 3 key moves of the top trio. Second round circ boost, off we go. Deep breath, can you feel it? So it's not just about the supporting parts or your moving parts, it's about the movement of your inner parts as well, inside your lungs, your heart, all those key organs that increase blood flow and oxygen to your moving parts. So we have a flurry of circ boosts 3 times in the morning movement stack. And at each one, perhaps you feel that you're more comfortable, more freely moving. This is a really usual response to warming up the body. We kind of feel that we get a second, it all starts a bit sluggish. And then you start to feel, oh, I'm getting a second wind here. And that's as a result of all of your body systems kind of kicking into get-go mode and start to operate more efficiently. That's why we get that feeling of, oh, glad I did that, I feel better. Anyway, ready for some trunkage? 3 moves for the trunk. Sit or stand, you choose. Side bends to start. Plant the feet. It may be that even in sit, if legs are involved in your day, have a little edge wider base of support. Anchor the buttocks. Both of these things will give you more confidence to then take that side bend. Take out the arms, just get the trunk on the go there. It might feel quite tiring or effortful to sit upright and then bend if that's the case. Have a pit stop, have a rest, give those posture muscles, literally give them a breather, they will recover and then be more ready to go again. That's the magic of it all. Stuff recovers and goes again, and that's how we build stamina over time. Do you want to bring in the arm? Bend. Do you want me to stop talking as much? Yeah, let's give that a go. Lift, bend, you choose. Keep going on those, folks. Here's your standing prompts. Feet come back to narrower base, have a push up, set yourself up, you want the support, legs at the ready, a little bit of a knee bend, bend and return. Change the support hand if that's important to you, bend and return. If you don't need this support, don't use it. Use all your supporting parts and all your inherent skills to feel balanced there. The more we rehearse stuff, the more or the better we'll become at it, the more efficient we'll become at it. Keep these legs fixed, can you see? And it's all about moving in the middle. As part of that uplift and bend, you're going to get this kind of instinctive draw in, a little bit of tension. This is where we get the support of the top end. There's your side bend. Goes without saying, in daily life, quite often we need to bend to the side. So that's why we do side bends. Trunk turn this time. Set yourself up first. Set yourself up for success. Anchor the feet, anchor the buttocks. Upright position, turn and return. All around, you'll feel this all around your centre part. That's why we want to anchor the buttocks. So we fix one bit and then that enables more, it enables us to focus on the moving bit. So how does that feel for you? And it's really just kind of, you think about your nose and your sternum, that's the range of motion. It's only really the head and the arm that reaches further round, and all these moves work together in daily life. Stand options again, up by your sweet peas. Oh, bit of sun going on there. I needed my cap today. There's the turn and the return. So next time you're stood at the kitchen where we've got these fixed, these generally have these long fixed surfaces, don't we, in kitchen? Maybe just crowbar in a few of these extra, and you could kind of make it really fluid. Squeeze and ease to the side, park up in the middle to check you're still feeling balanced and okay, and then the other way. So across the surface of the kitchen, perhaps. Third move of the trunk trio is the back extension. Here's your standing prompts. Anchor the feet, bit of knee bend, extend and return. You might want to put your hands on your buttocks, there. You might want your hands on your thighs, there, or you might want both hands on buttocks. Key thing here is when you're in stand, to keep and feel balanced around the feet, maybe some extra toe tension going on, just to check that as you take the extend, there's no backward sway. This is all about moving, mobility around the middle of the back. You'll need this one for lifting activities. It's going to be part of adjustments to wash and dress and all those types of everyday stuff. It's the same in sit. You might want your hands there on the thighs, or just maybe a placement of the hand on the chest will give you the prompt to lift up into that hand. You might want even more rest at the end of these smaller ranges of motion, because perhaps they're not already in your day. Maybe the ones that we use the least are perhaps the first that start to decline over time. So it's all about keeping the moving parts going. It's also a big one, that one for lying down activities. Mobilising in bed, for example. Third round of soap boost. Do you want it? Do you want it? Loads of thought now around toe hinges, heels raising, go for the low lift, pointing the extra toe point if you're in a seated march and in stand, actually, come to think of that. All in together if you'd like. Just final flurry of soap boost, folks. light intensity, that's the word I was looking for. Comfortably huff and puffed, not out of breath. If you're getting too much huff and puff, just kind of turn down the gas, ease off the gas, make the movement smaller or slower, or remove a moving part, and you'll get a response to that. We just want this feeling of light raising heart rate and deeper breaths. That's it. Here's your third round. Maybe in stand, crowbar in some directional change of angle around the hips and the toes, but keep it flowing, keep it steady. And we're into ankles, feet and toes. Standing prompts, remove the feeling of a balance challenge. That's why we say hand on something. Put in some extra, have a good old squeeze through the toe hinges now, and then go for the heel toe. I forgot what I was doing there, could you notice that? Heel toe there. Press the heel down, you'll get that sensation of calf stretch that we do in 4 p.m. Point the toe, you'll get that feeling of stretch across the top of the foot. The supporting leg is a little bit soft. Don't use the support if you're confident without. Take as many steps out and switch offs as you need, and have to play with that on both sides. Then progress into a few deliberate strides. Get some extra push through the back end. Maybe crowbar and some other bits and bobs in stand. Let me just put in the seated key prompts for the Wood Pigeon Red display team. Are just getting ready for one of their rehearsals. Here's your seated prompts on the ankles there. Squeeze and push. You feel the shin muscles working to pull the toes up. Stretchy feeling across the top of the toes on the point. Add some extra scrunch. Get your ankles going, folks. You need your ankles. And it's not just for walking, for bending, getting out of chairs and up from the floor. We need to be able to create angles around the ankles so that we can get propulsion and power to push up from various positions. So it's not just about stride length and putting on your shoes and socks. They're kind of in there on all those critical and vital activities as well for when we need them. Is another option in sit, heel toe, there. Extra hips in on this one, folks. If that's not comfortable for you, go for the one I've just showed. And maybe some foot placement here, rehearsal in sits. So press the heel down, toes go down last. Can you articulate all of the foot? Maybe a bit of quick feet. Maybe crowbar in some Bex hugs here in the sit. Maybe some full length reaching up, or maybe a little bit of brain work before we get going. Taking the arms in different directions each time, maybe a bit of where's my keys, and. I think we're there. I think that's it. All moves in the movement snacking pot. Coming in late, blame the local pub. Blame the local pub, Sheila. Oh, that sounds like a good evening. I can see Sarai's in, I think. Apologies if I've pronounced that wrong. Some new names. We love to see new names on the movement snacking group. Give us a hello if you'd like, or don't if you don't like. That's it, Catteroperas, do your thing. So we can now expect to see kind of 50, 60, 70 people catch up with this over the next couple of days. So hello to all of you lot. Enjoy the Wimbledon if you're on it. What days this week are my sweet peas going to bloom is the burning question and issue. It's a sweepstakes for that. Thank you, thank you, Malcolm. Thank you, Sandra. Oh, it's the big relay event next week. Yes, I'm just up to under £700 raised for my 24-hour flamingo mission next weekend. The things we do. Thanks, Margaret and everyone. I think you got Dave at noon and Kaus at 4, but I might be wrong. Have a super day, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Bye for now, folks.